TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. We have 20-ish minutes together to do a little bit of yoga. And congratulations, you've made it through the first 4 days, and we only have 2 more 4-day sections left, 8 days to go. Can you believe how fast this goes? So the first 4 days we focused on awareness, and these next 4 days we're going to focus on moving into alignment. So if you are on live tonight, whoop whoop, say hello. How are you? Say hi to each other. Who's got some resistance that they're maybe still holding on to from the day, from the week, from the year? It's okay. It's okay. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So these next 4 days, we're going to focus on getting into alignment. And I like to think of alignment as coming into this space where we're starting to feel good more often. So our emotions are a really good indicator on whether or not we are either resisting life in the moment or we're allowing life in the moment. Which one are we doing? We're always doing one or the other. And obviously there's some degrees in there. Hello! But for the most part, you could kind of categorize it. I'm resisting this moment. I'm allowing the moment. And a great analogy I like to think of, and some of you are in Colorado, and I remember when I would go down the rapids on the rivers, you would not on purpose normally paddle upstream unless you were just trying to get a really good workout or you're working in an eddy, if you know what those are. Normally, you're going downstream. And so think of thoughts that in a moment, in any given moment, you are either paddling downstream with your thoughts, meaning you are going with the flow, you are accepting the moment and allowing it to be, or you are maybe making it worse and paddling upstream. And what we want to do with the yoga practice tonight is just to get into alignment, that we feel like we're in a more centered space. We can literally feel the resistance starting to leave our bodies. Okay? So I want you to find a nice easy seat. That can be in a chair, that can be seated down like I am. And meditation, or maybe it was tapping the other night, no, it was mindfulness the other night. I talked about your hip creases and when you're sitting. So when I'm sitting, and this is really important because in yoga we sit a lot in the beginning often, if your knees are higher than your hip creases and you put your fingers right there in your hip creases, you can feel the tension in your hips. And the minute I get my hips up high enough that I can at least get my knees in line with those hip creases, or even better, if I can get them to get below, and you don't need to sit like I am, it might be sitting more like this, but you'll instantly feel it softens in there. And that muscle, there, your psoas is running through there, and that's gonna just pull on your back. And so if your back gets tired when you're sitting, that's one of the reasons why. Resistance, right? And we're practicing allowing. So this is a quick practice. So let's bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. Come into this moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I'm going to let these go out my mouth. I've definitely got some tension going on, especially in my neck tonight. So breathe in. Let it go. One more time, breathe in. It's like you can feel yourself turning your kayak, your boat, your stand-up paddleboard, whatever vehicle you want to be on. And all of a sudden you start going with the flow. Take a moment and set an intention. And my collective intention for us is through these poses that we release resistance and tension that we are holding on to, that prevents us from being in our greatest space of alignment with ourselves, with who we really are. And then let your chin come down towards your chest. Allow your hands to come to your legs. Lift your chin, open your eyes. Okay, so we're gonna put our right shin, hello all of you, our right shin in front of our left shin. Who do we have? Barbara, taking it later. Okay, Jen Smith, yay Nancy. That's okay, you're taking it later. I'm gonna move my blanket out. Right shin in front of left shin. Reach your arms up to the sky, breathe in. And now we're going to take a twist, left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you as you exhale. Now take your back hand, your right hand, reach it, turn the palm up as you breathe in, hug that right shoulder blade into the back of the heart, and then exhale, bend your bottom elbow kind of so it rests on the legs, and reach your right arm up and over, keeping the right sitting bone down. And then inhale, up, exhale, flow. One more, breathe in. So we won't be holding anything very long tonight. Exhale. Now come up, but keep this right arm in front, so your right arm's in front of your left arm, and then you're going to come to eagle arms. So some of you will be able to bring the palms together. Some of you, it might just be back of the hands, and you can even hold opposite shoulders if that feels good and helps you release tension. So breathe in here, and then we're going to fold forward. So if you're tighter in the hips here, you might just come a little way. Some of you, if you're more open, you're bringing your forearms to the floor. If you did have a block, and that's part of your props at home, you could put your forearms on a block. And I want you to focus on your breath in your back body right now. When you breathe in, feel your back rib cage expand towards the sky. And as you exhale, feel a softening of the heart melting to earth. Inhale, come up, cactus your arms, open them up. And then exhale, sweep the hands down to the floor, lean back and add the whistle, because it's Friday. Reach the arms up, left shin's in front. Exhale, twist, left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Reach your left palm up as you breathe in. Hug that left arm, shoulder into the socket, shoulder blade on the back. And as you exhale, bend that right arm so that you can kind of rest on the right leg and reach the left arm over. Inhale, breathe in, reach back. Exhale, every breath, you're committing to this moment, recognizing that so much of our resistance, exhale, breathe in, left arm in front comes because we aren't in the moment. Eagle arms, lifting the elbows up, push your forearms forward, otherwise holding the shoulders again, and then exhale, fold. And as we practice any kind of contemplative practice, we start to recognize that thoughts are thoughts, right? That we can become an observer of our thoughts, and we don't always have to get attached to our thoughts. And we also inhale, come up, cactus your arms, breathe in. We don't have to think everything, believe everything we think. Okay, now take your feet out in front of you. That's like a life-changing thought if you just really sit with that one for a moment. I don't have to believe everything I think. We're going to rock backward and forward. We're going to rock right to the top of the shoulder, and then we're going to rock up to seated. So you're going to exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock up. So this is to help really move energy. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, up. Now I'm holding my shins. Those of you that have more advanced practices, you are welcome to let go. You could even kind of hover in a boat pose. Exhale back. Inhale up. It also wakes up the core, remembering your inner power. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And it's kind of fun. Exhale back. Inhale up. One more time. This time when you rock up, I want you to cross your ankles, one in front of the other, plant your feet in your hands, and you're going to come around to a tabletop position. I'm going to turn this way so you can see on this side. All right, spread your fingers. Let your knees be underneath your hips. And we're going to take a bird dog position. You're going to take your right leg and stretch your right leg back. Keep the toes pointing down for the moment, just to feel the belly pull in. And then I want you to turn your toes out to the right. Now, your right knee is going to come towards your right armpit or elbow, wherever you can kind of get it toward. And as your knee comes forward, I want you to bend the elbows a little and let your hips rock back. So you're going to inhale, bird dog. Exhale, hips back, knee forward. Okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Now, we're going to try to do a little Kapalabhati breath, which is a quick exhale. You're just going to focus on the exhale, not the inhale. The inhale happened naturally, so it sounds like this. Inhale. Now, I am inhaling. You can't really hear it. And I've picked up my pace. So join me now if you haven't. You're just like, what is she doing? It's time. 3 more. Last one. Inhale, reach it back, breathe in. And now you're going to cross your right knee behind your left knee and open up your feet like an upside down V. Walk your arms forward and bring your forehead down to the floor. Send your groins back. Feel your belly button pull in slightly. Push into your palms. Lift your armpits up a little bit and soften right between where the base of the shoulder blades come together. Melt that part of the heart towards the earth. And then walk the hands back in. Good. Reach that right leg back behind you, and you're going to take it off to the right. Point the toes forward in the same direction as your fingertips, and then you're going to thread your left arm underneath towards your right foot. Now, if this is too much, just keep both knees down. Your right hand can stay right here, or you can reach it up to the sky, turn the palm behind you, and sweep it behind the back. So what starts to happen is we almost roll more towards the back of our head here. So we get a twist, we get a groin stretch, we get a shoulder opener, all kinds of places that might be hiding some resistance. Good, release the hand, push into the mat, breathe that left hand back up, inhale. Exhale, left knee down. All right, you ready? So we're gonna switch sides. You don't have to turn on your mat, I'm just turning so you can see. Left leg goes back, bird dog. So I'm going to start with the toes pointing down, the belly knitting in. And then when I bring the knee forward, I'm going to turn the toes out. The knee comes forward as I do. My elbows bend a little and I push my hips back. So it's an inhale and then an exhale. Now in the minute, you're only going to focus on the exhale. Do one more like this. And then you have the option. You can keep going like this or Kapalabhati. So here we go. Keep going. Now both hips start to get warm. The one that you're standing on, the right leg, but so does the left one. 3 more. Good. Now inhale, leg back, toes down. Exhale, left knee behind right knee. Open up your feet nice and wide. Walk your arms forward, forehead to the floor. Now ideally you're feeling some sensation here happening maybe right through the glute, maybe through the outer hips. You might feel a stretch in your shoulder. And I say might because everybody is different. And as always, walk your hands back. Anything I'm cueing you to do, you're going to keep the right knee down, but just swivel that shin back behind you. Sweep your left leg off to the left. Toes point in the same direction as your fingers. And then right arm threaded underneath. Left hand can stay here or reach it up. Turn the palm back, catch behind your back. Good. So we even, it said TGIF, you think about just the way we associate certain days of the week, some being more stressful, right? We have resistance sometimes to Mondays, right? Monday resistance, reach the left hand back down. What if we allowed Monday to just be Monday? Left knee back underneath you. Tuck both your toes, yogis, and hips back, down dog. Now, if you're working with shoulder injuries, and I know a lot of you are actually in this group, I want you to just keep the knees down, keep it in a puppy pose. And those of you that can, hips up and back. We won't be here long. Take a breath in through your nose. And I want you to open your mouth to release energy that's stuck. Breathe in. Let it go. Tension melting away. One more breath. Breathe in. Ah, feels good to row downstream, doesn't it? So what happens is we breathe, inhale. We come into the moment, come to the top of your mat. And we start to see that in this exact moment, like right now, this hot second, maybe things are okay, right? It's the projection that we have, reverse your swan dive, come up, that's creating a lot of the anxiety or stress, resistance, hands to heart that we feel. Good. Now this is another movement to just really release energy. It's Friday, we carry things, we don't even know how often we carry things. We're gonna separate the feet just a little bit. We're gonna reach the arms up, inhale, and then you're gonna put a bend in your knees And you're going to exhale the arms back. And then when you feel them move forward again, you're going to exhale again. And then when you come back to the top, it's an inhale. So you're going to more hear my exhale. So it'll sound like this. Okay? And I like to pause a little bit at the top of that inhale. Three more. Once more. And exhale. Release the arms down. Now just pause for a moment. I get a little buzzy, a little high, like the good kind of high, the like non-drug kind, you know, just all pure, it's all you, it's all us. All right, bring your feet to the top of your mat. I'm going to keep mine about hip distance apart. Feel that heart rate start to come down a little bit. We're going to come into chair pose, Utkatasana. So this is going to be a little bit with balance here. Inhale, which will really help bring us a little bit more into the moment. Inhale here. Now you're going to exhale, airplane your arms. As you do, put your weight in your left foot, and I want you to step your right foot back into kind of a short crescent lunge. Make sure your front knee's over your ankle. Good. Take a breath here, breathe in. Your heart is forward, your shoulder heads are lifting. And then you're going to bend that back knee and meet your right leg back next to your left leg, and your arms are going to reach up. Do it again. Now, right in your right foot, exhale, left foot will go back. Inhale, and bring it back up. Now, what we're going to do is a box breath. So this is just going to start to calm the mind. So it's going to be a 4-count inhale, a hold at the top for about 4, 4-count exhale, hold at the bottom for 4. So inhale, 3, 2, 1. Now airplane, or excuse me, hold up, 2, 3, 4. Now airplane, right leg back, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath out, 2, 3, 4. Now come back, inhale, chair, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, left leg back. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. One more, bring it back, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and push to stand, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Rest your arms by your sides. Noticing kind of these different movements as we're playing with different kinds of breathing, how it starts to shift. Reach the arms up to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Pause in your plank, breathe in, and lower all the way to the belly. Good. Now we're going to do the same breath you just did, doing a cobra pose. So I'm going to give you a choice. Your hands can be right by your rib cage with your wrists under your elbows, or you can take them back, palms face down. As you inhale, you're going to lift up. You can lift your hands too. Inhale, 2, 3. Now if 4 is too long, do 3. And then you're going to hold the breath at the top, and then you'll exhale down. Same amount. And you'll hold the breath out for that same count. So if it's 3, it's 3. If it's 4, it's 4. Do it 2 more times. Hold. Exhale. Last time. Inhaling. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Hold at the top. And exhale. Hold the breath out. Good. Hands by your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Push up to tabletop. And we're going to bring the right foot forward in between the hands. Coming into a lunge. Fingertips stay on the ground. And I just want you to move a little side to side. 20 minutes goes oh so fast. That's why I said it's 20-ish. Might be 25. Good. If you're punching a clock, that would have been, you could have stopped. You could have stopped if you have exactly 20. So I like to move a little bit side to side. Just working out the psoas muscle. Good. And then left hand down, reach your right arm to the sky. And if you want to take a deeper twist, you can bend that back leg and catch the foot for a thigh stretch. Wake up the side body through this right side of the waistline. Pulling the heel in towards the glute, turning the belly towards the inner thigh. And then exhale, let go of the foot. We're going to straighten our front leg into a half split. Press your hips back over that back leg. Flex your front toes. Take a nice deep breath here, breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Inhale, bend that front knee. Bring your hands to the inside of that front leg. Lift the back knee up. Walk all 10 toes to the center and then all the way back around to the back of your mat. You know what you're doing, so you're good. I'll cue you through. Fingertips down, they frame that front foot. And you're just gonna move a little side to side. Whew. I can just feel the resistance. It's like an onion, it's just peeling itself off. Anyone else? Maybe look over your left shoulder. That is like juicy, like a big, you know, when you really get the skin of the onion, you like really get a good piece. Yeah, look over the shoulder. And then you can stay here if you're feeling plenty. Right hand down now, left arm up, or bend back for that left foot. Okay, it's your right foot. In the next 4 minutes, I'll have the two sides down pat. Hug the shoulder blades onto the back, open up the chest. You can draw the heel in as much as you like to deepen your thigh stretch. And then exhale, let go gently of that foot. Straighten your front leg, draw your hips back. Dig your left heel down, and energetically, outer left hip moves back as your heart goes forward. Ardha Hanuman. Push through your big toe mound and your inner heel. Very good. Bend into that front knee. Both hands inside. Walk all 10 toes to the long edge of your mat, yogis. Inhale here. Now you can either keep your hands right here, just supporting you as you fold, or put a little bend in your knees and you can interlace your hands behind your back and stretch your arms up and over. And if you want to bend one knee at a time and just move a little side to side to get into that groin a little more, you sure could. Shake that head out, no. Shake it out, yes. No resistance in the neck and shoulders. Free up the neck. Even though your arms and your hands are reaching forward, free up space through the neck. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Heel toe your feet into a malasana. Heels in, toes out, hands to the heart. Lift your spine up. Now, if you can't quite get into malasana, we're going to be down in Baddha Konasana in just a minute, and you can just jump to this point right here, right now, if malasana is not working out for you. Take a breath. And then exhale, let's all meet in Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, hold the ankles, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Take another deep breath, lengthening out of that low back. Very good. Inhale, come up. Good. Cross, doesn't matter which. One shin in front of the other. Now we really covered quite an array of the body. We started off in the hip opener, remembering that, and we did one even after that bird dog. You got a nice hip opener there. We did a lot of side body. We did some twisting. You even worked the back in a back bend. We did some shoulders. So you actually, for 20 minutes, stretched your thighs, hamstring. You did a lot. So sit up nice and tall now and close your eyes. And I want you to bring your thumbs and your index fingers together and let your palms rest down on your knees. And every time you breathe out, I want you to feel both in your mind and body saying release. 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 And then begin to bring your hands together. I want you to rub your hands together. Create a little bit of heat. And then I actually want you to place your hands over the heart. So one hand on top of the heart, the other hand on top of that. When we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at begin to change. And there are many spiritual leaders that have said that in many different ways, but when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at changes. And how we begin to change that is through changing our state. Noticing whether or not we are in a state of resistance or we are in a state of allowing. Begin to bring your palms together, feeling the heat from one hand connect to the other. Thank yourself for a moment for coming onto the mat to step into a space where you came into the present moment. You were conscious about letting go of resistance and creating a space where you could come into an alignment that is a greater reflection of who you really are. As you bring thumbs to third eye, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, yogis, for practicing together for this short practice. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I would love to hear what felt good. If it was a movement, if it was a breathing, what felt good to you. If you want to call out what resistance you just draped right off of you after this practice, I would love to hear that too. We will be going live again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for a beautiful meditation. Remember, it's Central Time, 10 a.m. For a practice, again, working with being more in alignment with our true self. So 10 a.m. I hope you can join me. Otherwise, I will see you on another recording from here. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.